notes?
No, I'll start recording. I'll start again. I'll start again. As you know, we've had links with the guide dogs through RMG, and it's been a huge success for the individual studios that have been able to either be involved in promotions through RMG in raising money for the guide dogs, or as in Judith's case, when she left RMG, running her own promotions, but raising money for guide dogs. Now, to get a link with guide dogs officially is not easy, because as all big charities, they do not like people using their logos and their pulling power for people to say they're going to raise money for donations and then don't end up doing it. So therefore, to have any access to big charities, you've got to be trusted, respected, checked over, vetted, and various different things before they will enable you to pay the money to become associated with them. Now, we did this with RMG, and I obviously was the person that fronted everything up and so on. And when I left RMG, they contacted me immediately to find out as to what was going on with regards to money coming from them from RMG. There shouldn't be any change, except for the fact that it probably will be lower. But that with the new group that we are involved in, would they be interested in us having access to raising money for them? They've gone away and had a real good think about it and come back and said that because we do not want to set up a company to run our group, so therefore we are a body that can be held responsible, it's not going to be as easy. But in discussions with them over the last couple of months, we've come up with a way that we can actually do this, in that they trust us as an organization to not be a body and not be affiliated to something. So what it means is that you can use the In Support of Guide Dogs logo as being a member of our group. The only thing that they stipulated is that either Les, Judith, or myself check your promotion before you put it live to make sure that you aren't overusing the wrong logo, etc., etc. Now, there is no restrictions at all on your promotion, none. Whereas obviously with RMG, it's a competition. So you can run a promotion where you can say my normal cost is X for a session. For this month only, we're going to reduce that to a figure of X as a donation that goes to the guide dogs. We will come along and photograph your dog, blah, 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 blah. And you purchase what you want afterwards. But instead of paying me for the session, you're going to pay a donation to the guide dogs. That works, no problem at all. If you want to run a competition, then I think that's a good idea, but it's an individual competition from your own studio. And I would imagine that that would be good to start after Christmas, to be honest. Get things in place to kick off after Christmas, leading up to, I think it's Pets Month in March or April. And if Crufts is on, don't know whether it's going to go on again this year. But these are all things that you can link around any promotion that you might want to do in association with guide dogs. I put a link up the other day for a Just Giving page. That page is just for you as members to use to put or place your donations. And when you put your donations into the Just Giving page, it goes immediately to the guide dogs. So as a group, we will know what we have raised for guide dogs, but it isn't going to go specifically to a particular puppy, naming a puppy or anything like that. So we are just raising funds for guide dogs. But what it does enable us, and it will enable quite a few members from January on, because I think quite a few aren't going to stay with RMG, but will still want an affiliation with the guide dogs. It will enable them to carry on running a promotion, but from their own studio, rather than on a national basis.
Is there any way of getting that receipt so you can show your customer that that money's been paid in? Easily?
Yeah, I think so, Peter. Yeah, I think that on the Just Giving page is very similar to the one that we did for the NHS. But instead of giving you all separate accounts, which I didn't really want to do, and also the guide dogs didn't want to do either, to be involved in it. So when you pay it in, you will have emails as per normal that will be sent to you for proof that you've paid the donation. So I don't see any issue in that. All it will be is you will keep a tally of obviously what you've paid in. We will see what you've paid in. But as a group, we will have a large, hopefully large amount that will build and build. There's no term on this. So it's a case of when you want to drop in a promotion regarding pets, then you can just do it, set it up, run it for as long as you want to, and the donations that you get from it, you know, you pay. The only thing that we are doing is that we're trusting every one of you as members to pay the donations that you get. But I don't see an issue in that, to be honest, with the members that we've got, not at all. So therefore, you know, it's giving you all an opportunity really to be able to have promotions running alongside things that you already do, linked to charities. And I'm not saying that you should run it all year long and only run this. I think it's good to dip in and out, so that, you know, that your clients can see that, you know, you charge X normally, and that's maybe 6 months out of a year on alternate months, but every now and again clients have got a chance to have it cheaper but pay a donation to guide dogs. So I think it just gives you a little bit of variety. If you want a competition, you can.
One of the things I thought about, Alan, last night is guide dogs run, they keep popping up on Facebook, where you can sponsor a puppy for, I think it's £1 a month, but it's over 2 years. I don't know whether that might be something that, as the money builds up, that Dave could actually say, right, you can use, say, puppy called, I was going to say Rose, but I won't, puppy called Dylan, you know, as sort of a bit of a marketing thing for us.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a problem. A, we don't know the money that we're going to be raising on a regular basis. And B, when you actually do name a puppy from a collection of people, you've got to have somebody that's responsible and affiliated.
No, this is on Facebook, where they do where anybody can actually go on, and I think you pay £1 a month for 2 years to sort of sponsor it, not name it. It's just so
okay,
that,
yeah.
or for at any one time in a month, they may have 5 general dogs that they're raising money for.
Right. Okay. Well, I think once we,
it might turn out too complicated to do something like that.
I think once we've kicked this off and we see the response, and, you know, on average, the regular amount of money that's being donated, you know, if it does happen to be over £200 a month, for argument's sake, you know, which I think £10 is too little to ask for a donation now. I think you need to ask for £15 if you're doing a regular session rather than a competition, a minimum of £15. You know, we could be turning over £200 a month as donations, and then I can go back to Dave and say, right, I think we're raising a fair amount on a regular basis. Is there something that we can put to that as a group we can then go every 6 months and say, well, you know, we've now done this for this puppy, you know, a bit like you were talking, Peter. So, you know, we've helped such puppies through training or whatever the case happens to be. The October promotion that they're doing at the moment is quite, raised for you. The October promotion that they're doing at the moment, they're pushing quite a lot because they are millions of pounds down through COVID. So if you get involved in putting on a promotion in October, it's to help the short-sighted children at school. So it's just, you will see lots and lots of marketing by the guide dogs at the moment. So it is something that if you run a promotion in October, you know, your clients will see other ads other than just yours. And obviously you can put a link to the main guide dogs page, etc., to show what you're raising funds for. It's just all ways of helping you fill your diaries really as much as possible. And, you know, I'm looking at 2 people with not a lot of hair here, 2 people with nice hair and 1 with red hair. And I'm thinking to myself, we'll do different types of sessions. You know, Peter does his outdoors, and I think the other 4 of us are all studio based. So it's just whatever you want to do and how you want to do it, to enable you really just to get a little bit more work. I think the thing about it is that you don't need to spend a lot of money on the marketing. You really don't. I think that as you all get busier, you're building up the numbers that are following you on Facebook. And you just need to do adverts on Facebook. I mean, the odd boost I think is good, but not to any excessive amount of money. I don't think you now need the lead ads, and that type of thing is good, but that's only if you want really large numbers. I think this is just to give you, you know, I mean, if we could all get, I can't, because I can't fit anybody into way up, but you know, one session or something like that a week from something like this to give you variety. You know, I think it's good. And for all those people that have done dogs before, they will know that the spend is average, sometimes way above, but there aren't many people that go for a freebie. And if you don't offer a freebie, then they aren't going to go for it, are they? So, and I think that's maybe the biggest tip here is that if you're going to do something like this, don't give away a print. Don't give away anything, because then the people that do actually come to you that are happy to pay a donation are committed to purchasing something from you, so that you will at least recover your cost of going out and doing the job, or the job time in the studio. So, you know, I think this is a high class, keep it on the higher class level, but just enable people to come to you for slightly less money. Go on, Peter.
What do you think about giving them a £25 off voucher as a way of encouraging them?
I think that's a good idea. I really do, because it's all ways of hooking them to spend. And as long as your cheapest price isn't £30,
yeah,
then I think it's good. And you know, this can easily be, you know, for this month only, £50, £20 donation, and we give you a voucher to spend £25 as well. Normally my cost is whatever it is, Peter, 40, 50 quid or something like that. But only for this month. You don't have to book them in for this month, do you?
No.
But you know, so I think it's a way of, well, Judith and I know it's a way that really is good for filling in holes in a diary.
I'm looking at trying to do something with the horse shoots as presents for granddaughters or whoever. I'll try and do the same with the dog ones as well.
Yeah.
So you can give a shoot to somebody for Christmas, because those people that don't want to go outside can buy something online. They don't have to go anywhere, and it's something they probably don't do very often. I haven't seen it happen.
Just don't use this tagline as "we shoot dogs."
No, I only shoot horses.
Yeah, yeah, that doesn't go down well either.
When you shoot the horses, the meat attracts the dogs.
And as Les would say, for every horse and every dog, you got a human owner, so therefore you got a family portrait.
Yeah.
Oh, I can just see it sat over a horse and speak. No, I'm not going to go there. Not going to go there. But yeah.
I was thinking of using this promotion as a Dropbox in one of our pet shops.
Yep.
Because Facebook for me at the moment is rubbish, because all my Facebook reach is outside my county. And nobody's allowed in or out.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's how you see it. Come on then. Come on up.
No.
No.
It's a definite no. It's however you want it to benefit your business, Jane. There's no restraints on it apart from the fact that they want us to check your promotion and your marketing before you put it out.
Okay.
And that's not going to be a case of, oh, we think you should do this to make it better or anything like that. It's just a case of, well, in actual fact, it's my responsibility of being the link with Guide Dogs. It's just double checking that you're all, you know, doing it to the correct level. I have no issue with it, but they asked me to do it, and so I'm going to do it.
Just one point. If you do a shoot, right? Just say you offer a discounted shoot. One of the images that you taken from that shoot, stick the Guide Dog logo on it, post that on Facebook, and tag Guide Dogs in. Because what that does is that puts it on their page, so anybody that's looking at it from their side could say, oh, there is in front of Guide Dogs, oh, I'll check that out. And it does bring other people in.
Yeah, it does. I mean, we know that from previous marketing, don't we, Judith?
Yeah.
And, you know, in the fact of...
I left RMG in February. I used to run my own cute pets, cute kids, cute dogs competitions. I joined RMG, long story, left. And this year, I've actually had my best year with the dog promotion. But I think it's because I've put bigger prizes up and I've put £250 cash up, which is going to stay with one of my customers. So anybody that wants to do the competition next year, I'll gladly give you a hand to set it all up. And the money going into a central fund, I don't think you've then got the pressure on you like I've had this year to say, right, I'm trying to raise £2,500 to name and sponsor a guide dog, because that's just not going to happen now. I think I've maybe got about £800 in the pot. Obviously, the last few weeks I've had to cancel quite a few shoots, and I've still got a lot to book in. But if I hadn't been shut during lockdown, I would have done that £2,500 because I was adamant I was going to. But what I may do now is I may go back to Guide Dogs and say, look, I'm back in with you, Alan, and we've got this Just Giving page. Can I just put that money into there?
It's your call, Judith, because you set your own up and how you wanted to be and so on. I mean, as you know, we've got flexibility with ours to enable people to run promotions when they want it.
Yeah.
They want. You know, yours is set up locally to raise money locally.
I know, so I might have to stick to that for this year.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can decide what's better for you. And that's what I really wanted to come up with Guide Dogs, was a way to enable any of the members within our group to run promotions linked to the Guide Dogs, but only when they want to run it and how they want to run it.
I'm actually still in RMG, not that I've really made any.
I know you are, Richard.
Is that a problem, or do I need to?
No.
I mean, it sounds like a much better way of doing it your way than doing it as a big.
You're staying with RMG, Richard?
Probably not, to be honest. I mean, I'm not having a go at them, but I mean, I just haven't found it. I've got anything from it. I haven't got any leads from them since last year. You know. I mean, I've tried using them for a couple of promotions, but it didn't work. You know, and I just did the promotions without using their stuff. I got a decent result. So
I think you've done well on your baby one as well, haven't you?
Well, I was saying to Alan, I've got 11 booked. I mean, it's nowhere near, but I mean, I've done three lots of viewings so far, and the average has been just under 300 quid. So I've taken nearly 900 quid just on 3 so far. So
the thing is, and I mean, I'm not trying to sway you here or anything, but I mean that RMG membership fee, you know, that's a huge chunk of money towards your advertising for the next 12 months.
Yeah, I mean, if I got, I mean, was it 500 quid, isn't it? I mean, you can blow.
6 now.
He phoned me up before Christmas saying I hadn't paid my subscription, so he talked me into it. But I won't hold that against him.
That was me.
No, it's Les. You told Les to phone me.
Oh, did I just?
I don't know. No, you. But
yeah, there was a couple of people got phone calls like that off different ones.
Yeah, I
did a couple of phone calls like that as well.
I mean, I think I'm paying it now monthly. But I mean, if I just cancelled the direct debit, I don't know, might let them chase it for me. But I mean, Yeah, I mean, it's like 500 quid, you know, all right, if you got a few jobs, decent jobs from it, you don't complain, but I haven't so far, so.
What's the contract say for the payment, Richard?
Sorry?
What's the contract for the payment? Is the one
12 months.
from the point, and when did you renew?
It should
Um,
be from the 1st of December.
Was it? So,
Yeah, but
so
last year, if
so
you
it's only a couple
remember,
more.
sorry, what I was going to say is last year, if you remember, we asked for memberships early so that it didn't include any VAT.
Yeah.
So I would check that out, Richard. Get it stopped. Put that towards advertising.
You must decide what you want to do, Richard.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know, you
Yeah.
really must.
Well,
But
yeah,
as I say, this enables you to still have links with the guide dogs if you aren't still with RMG and running the PPA. So, but if you stay with RMG, then there's still no problem.
yeah,
So this is independent, and it's, you know, I do know of people that aren't going to join RMG, rejoin RMG, should I say. And it was a case of not just for them, it was a case of we've been working on this basically since I left RMG to enable us to have some association with the guide dogs because, you know, Judith and I have raised a heck of a lot of money for guide dogs individually and together as a, you know, putting the group together for RMG. And they appreciated that and they still wanted links with us, but it had to still be done properly.
yeah.
The right way. So yeah, if you stay with RMG, it's not an issue, Richard. If you don't stay with RMG, it's not a problem.
Yeah, my other thing is I'm not really a pet photographer. I mean, I do them occasionally when people do family sittings and they say, "Can we bring our dog along?" And I end up taking a few pictures. I don't have a problem photographing dogs. You know, I think the ones I've done, I think they've come out quite well. But yeah, I mean, it's something that I would have to sort of train myself a bit better. And I'm not a dog owner. I'm not a dog lover. But I get on okay with dogs. Never been bitten or shat on or anything like that yet.
That's that's pigeons that do that anyway, isn't it?
You could always do it as a family shoot though, Richard. It doesn't just need to be a dog. You know, it could be with a family, or it could be with a, you know, a little girl or a little boy with a family pet. I mean, mine for the competition that I run is me and my family, which could be a dog, it could be a cat. I'm allergic to cats, so I stay clear of them anyway.
Right.
You know, but it could be anything. But obviously, if there's a dog in it, then you know it's better, looks better for guide dogs.
Yeah. I mean,
it's just there to give you the opportunity, Richard.
yeah.
There's nothing. It isn't like the other couple of promotions that we put forward for you, you know, during COVID and after COVID, that were to a certain degree set. This is something that just enables you to come up with a promotion and then link guide dogs as a donation for it. So it's there for you all to do what you want to do, really.
Do you do much children-wise?
Yeah, I mean, that's my main thing. I mean, I actually do a lot of nurseries, and I've actually had last few days I've had a flurry of nurseries rebooking that cancelled, and now they're on again. So I'm quite pleased.
So have you got many entries in the CPA?
No, not so far. No.
Right. Because that's one thing that I haven't mentioned at Alan yet. But anybody wanting to do a children's competition, I've got a really, really lovely charity on board for mine, and we could do something similar and set up a Just Giving page. But again, that's for next year.
Yeah, I think so. I think that my thoughts on this was just we get the guide dogs up. We've got something that as a group we can be linked to. We get between now and Christmas to see what happens with COVID and lockdowns and local lockdowns and different things. And after Christmas, we as a group can look at it. We're going to have probably stronger numbers by then, as you can see by the person, you know, one person's applied to join yesterday, heard about us, wanted to come in. And I think there's going to be a few more. Not that we want the group to get large at all and it's going to stay small, but, you know, these people are going to add more experience and help on all aspects. And so, you know, there's going to be a lot more there for us as members, and we are all members, let's be honest, that, you know, can benefit from. So if we can just have other affiliations to other charities to enable us to run the odd promotion to raise money, I think as an individual business, it just gives you a little bit more versatility in your promotions, really.
I have a question regards RMG. So that wasn't to take away for anything that you just said. Oh, he's died. I got an email the other day, Alan, from Blitz Photography entitled RMG Trade Discounts. And I have not got a clue where it came from or why. Is that the same RMG?
Yes.
Blitz is part of RMG, but I can't remember who Blitz is. I can't remember his name.
Yeah, Blitz are the people down in Southampton that are, the wife is very good friends with Rose.
Oh, right. She's reviewing all the trade discounts.
Yeah.
I'll ignore it then.
Yeah.
I have done already, but I'll continue to ignore it.
I find all these things that offer you trade discounts, if you know about them, the companies are only too keen to give you a discount anyway. If you just, you know, find it's all a bit bullshit.
I can't say too much, Richard, because I set it all up. Set up all these discounts, and I set up all these things with charities and everything else for RMG. We got it going, and it was great. It really was great. My next level was to try and get everybody together to do something as an industry, but lots of people didn't want that to happen, or they wanted to be the front runner in doing that. And now they're having to run around and check up on everything because it was me doing it all in the first place. So, yeah, I mean, I think even if I was still running RMG, things would be changing dramatically now. The sort of the setting up of RMG has gone through that cycle, and it needed to go on to another cycle. It needed to change and to move on and that type of thing. And that's why I was ousted out, because they didn't want change. They couldn't see what was going to happen in the future. They wanted to stay as they were. Whereas, you know, I'm not trying to be the great almighty here, but you've got to keep going with the flow and change and that type of thing.
Yeah, especially now. Yeah.
Yeah, and we'd had a great, you know, we'd had a great start with RMG. We really had, you know, the money that we'd raised, where we'd got on the profile and that type of thing, but you had to move to the next level. And a lot of people didn't want to move to the next level. And so therefore, history has proved what it has. So whether I'm proved right or wrong doesn't really matter. But, you know, what we're trying to do in this group is just enable you all to have your own independence, but affiliated to associations such as charities to enable you to run successful promotions.
Yeah, I'm curious to know as how they got my email address.
UKPPA.
Okay.
I can tell you it all. Any other questions, Peter?
No, that's fine. I don't remember ever replying to anything or trying to be part of it. That was all. So it was
You didn't. Rose put you on a UK PPA member.
Oh, right.
Because you came, I mean, she spoke to me about it because you came and helped us at the Guide Dogs World Record.
Last year, yeah.
And so we made you a member of the UK PPA.
Okay.
Free of charge. Didn't tell you.
Yeah, I think I did. Well, I left it to Rose to tell you, but
no, you did. You did tell me, but I didn't connect it with RMG.
No, that's fine. And so that's where they'd have got your your contact details from.
Right.
Rose would have given them to me or set you up as a member yourself or something.
Yeah.
Knowing all your details. So that's really where they got it from.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll see what happens with RMG in the next couple of months.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting.
A bit like the presidential election in the US.
Very funny. That was.
Helen's come in and thinks that.
I'm with my duster. Very funny.
I don't
not meaning to go on about him, but do you know they've got a nice new swanky new website?
Oh God, don't. Honestly, please don't. No, look, you're going to get me to say something in a minute, and I'm not going to go down that.
Are we talking about Trump?
Yes, that's right.
You know what you said to us last night, Alan, about somebody posting saying his company had over £200,000 in charity donations. Well, if you have a look at that same post, it says
know.
about a nice new swanky website.
I know.
And then look at the bottom to see who's done it.
I know. And this new website has taken 10 months to do. Was supposed to have been done before I left. And to my knowledge, they haven't done anything else hardly. They've just concentrated on a new website. And I'll say it now, and I know they're going to lose more than the members that they can afford to run it. So it's all going to be pointless.
Is there gin in there and vodka?
No, but I've just said something I wish I hadn't, so I want to move on.
Domestos.
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, sorry, Richard. As a member of RM, I shouldn't have said that.
Yes.
It's
I mean-
yeah, no. Anyway, but anyway, let's try and get back to guide dogs. Can we please get back to guide? So the link is there for you. If you wish to do something, then contact me and I'll send you the official logo that they've given me to be able to use for you to put on your marketing. We do know from experience of RMG, and you know, let's be honest, we're all. I'm learning a lot from what we've done in the past. Is the more that you put the logo on your correspondence for these promotions, the better it looks for you with a link to a well-known charity. And I think that from your experiences of setting up other promotions with us and the newborn promotions, you know, you all know Sending Blue. So it's dead easy to send them to a page that you can set up Sending Blue with the links. So it's all done automatically. So, you know, everything is done for you. You know, you can even take the donations automatically, although I think I still like to take that on the phone, to be honest, by talking to people. That's your choice 100%. You've got the link to the page. Please don't give that link to the public. Keep that as a link for you as members to pay your donations in. And then away you go.
Excellent.
What I'm going to try and do is like we did with the photographers supporting the NHS. I'm going to try and set up like a little logo type thing where we can say maybe once a month how much we've raised. Great soft post for your pages.
Yeah, you know, as part of the group that are running this, but I think we're going to have to be a little bit. We need to talk about that one, Judith. I think because. In the fact that they're individual promotions, we're not running it as a group promotion, we run it as individuals.
Yeah, but that's just for a group that we can do. Yeah.
So
for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's you know, there's nothing better for you as a individual business to be showing you're giving something back to charity.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that, shall we?
My mum's just walked in the door and said Alan, but I know she's not going to come and wave by the look of her.
No, I'm not. Good morning, Alan.
Good morning, my darling. How are you?
She's gone.
I'm getting there.
She's getting there.
I'm getting there.
I'm going to tell you what she did yesterday because it was really, really funny. She was trying to ring the lady across the road to see if she wanted anything added on at our Asda shopping, and she's getting more and more frustrated with the phone, and she's like, I can't get through on this bloody phone. And I looked and she had the remote control for the telly.
Oh, that's rotten.
That's just one of the things of COVID. The main force.
So has it affected your eyes?
Yeah, there as well.
Yeah, we've got to go to Barnard Castle for an eye test next.
Well, I hope you get better soon, Mum.
Yeah.
And you all take care.
Yeah, I will.
Yeah.
So, any other questions before I stop recording?
She's just realised it's recording. Oh.
Right. Well, if not, then I'm going to stop the recording here so that anybody that watches it is you know, it's all on the recording and that sort of thing. So